smoke is quieting down. Seems like we've got to a lot of the smoke. Dub, you got smoke?
All right, y'all, we are back with the files. Now, listen, things are getting mighty spicy over there at the Joe Budden podcast. I mean, spicy, right? Listen, there's a lot of tension, shade, and some strategic shakeups happening right before our eyes. And Queen's Flip, he did not hesitate to call it out. Now, Flip recently pointed out that Joe Budden has been making some weird moves. And one of his biggest ones is Joe has been bringing in new, co-hosts, to test the waters. Flip is on point and calling out everything Joe is doing, right? Joe is trying to gauge how the audience reacts and possibly see who could be a good fit or even a replacement for somebody up there. And this example is right here in episode 826 where Ray Daniels pulled up. Look at the files.
Deserve it.
Mark does deserve
He deserves to get stuck up, and he deserves to get paid.
Thank you, Flip.
It was a good energy today.
Yeah, no, don't change the subject real quick, though.
Oh.
He almost got you mad because he showed you something, right? And you were able to maneuver through it. But I'm just letting you know, you got a big problem on your hands with this Queen's Flip boy. I'm telling you. I'll let you know right now. You think you got a problem here with them other niggas? This boy right here?
I have Queen's Flip locked until 2027 at a locked rate.
Are you? Oh, shit. I like a bum to you. Watch your fucking mouth. I like a bum to you, nigga.
I want to see clips. I have Queen's Flip at a fixed rate till 2027. Hey, actually, that's what we should call it. QueenzFIXED.
Oh, shit.
Not Queen's Flip.
You in your bag?
It's a locked rate till 2027. Now, we do got to deal with when he has a hard out like today. When he say, yo, I'm leaving, we got to deal with that. But we got to deal with it till 2027. Make some noise. Make some noise.
Are you crazy?
Mark, I'm going to lock in this summer. I'm going to do like the Philadelphia Eagles and pay him ahead of time. I'm paying him sooner than when we supposed to pay him. But he's been such a tremendous fucking ass.
So it'll be a write-off, huh?
Now, we got to make room. We have to pay Mark. One thing that can't happen is we can't tell Mark we don't have it.
And the new couches.
And the new couches. Yeah. And there's 9 of y'all. Everybody don't need a voice. So some voices will be made available via Zoom.
You know what
and for 2026, woo, we
you know what it is, people? Hold on.
Y'all, the shade is unbelievable what Joe is doing right here. Like, I don't know why he's doing this. And Mark is just sitting there, taking in all of this, laughing, egging it on. If I was Ish watching this, looking at all this, I would be like, yo, I ain't rocking with these dudes no more. Like, I do not like this. If I was Ish watching this, I would not be feeling this. Listen, I'm about to get into this, and we're going to get into the deep dive after, y'all. I just had to stop this real quick because this is unbelievable. Look at the files.
I got something y'all been sleep.
Hush up, nigga. Oh. You know what it is? The nigga realized he could do it with less shit in his mind. You know when shit start to kick in, he start to look around and shit. Yeah, nigga might have, even though it's moving how it's moving, he got to figure some shit out. And
I just realized what it could look like when you bring in professionals to do the job. People that really care. Like, when there's a large audience, they fucking worked all week about what they would say. You know what I mean?
She worried.
No matter where you at, whether you from Atlanta, Ray Daniels.
When she worried, she be tapping her foot.
Oh, Big Mel? I ain't talking about Mel.
Exactly. Acknowledge her, nigga.
Mel is already proven
Acknowledge her, nigga.
Mel is already
Acknowledge
proven
her,
herself to be invaluable.
Acknowledge my sis, nigga. Acknowledge her.
Mel is already gang.
All right, good. All right. Got you. I need my 10%.
Also, in order for us to successfully merge with Rory and Damaris, I can't come with so large a recruit. Right? No, I'm lying. I can't come with 9. Rory only coming with Damaris. I ain't coming with 9 people. That's not right. Anyway.
We got to figure it out. Don't take this out.
All right, y'all, so let's be real. Ray Daniels, he killed it on the pod recently. All right, he did a good job on this episode right here. The energy was on fire, the conversation flowed, and the vibes were strong. Joe even made sure to highlight that the energy felt great that day, which, if you've been paying attention, was a straight-up dig and shot at Ish. Why? Because Ish was the only regular cast member missing that episode, and lately Ish has been coming off, a bit grumpy. His energy has been off. He's been disconnected. So Joe making that slick comment about the energy being better without him there, that wasn't just a passing remark. That was a shot. And Joe didn't leave us guessing who he was referring to either, right? Flip tried to, keep it open and say maybe, Joe was talking about Melissa. But Joe quickly shut that down and made it clear that Mel is all good. And with only Mel and Ish being the ones, who've had recent issues on the pod, that pretty much narrows it down to it only being Ish. And, then there's another layer, right? Joe is still throwing shade at Maul for entertaining the idea of teaming back up. Remember, Maul just recently told the Poor Minds podcast that he would never speak to Joe again. I mean, this is not the first time he said this. He's said this a lot of times, right? So, but Joe still jokes about it. And Damaris, she's on the Rory and Mo podcast too. She made it known she doesn't really rock with Maul like that. Recently she threw Maul under the bus to Cardi B. Cardi thought Rory was talking bad about her, but it really was Maul. So she told on Maul, and Maul called Damaris a rat on Twitter. So if a reunion were to ever be on the table, Damaris would probably ride and be on Team Joe. Rory though, that's tricky. If him and Maul split, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Then Joe hit us with a major dig, right? We getting back onto the topic of Ish and Flip and all of that, right? He said he finally understands what it looks like when you bring professionals who are well-researched on the topics for the week, right? Now, that was a direct body shot at Ish, who's known for saying things like, I don't know about that. I'm not well versed in that. Or the classic, I don't really care about that. All those little phrases Joe referenced, he was clearly talking about Ish. and don't miss this part. Joe also said all the voices will be provided to you via Zoom in 2026. That one line might sound playful, but it's deeper than that. It sounds like Joe is floating the idea of downsizing the pod, rotating the cast members in and out, maybe even switching people to remote, appearances. I can really see that. I can see Mel coming in. Hey, y'all. Hootie hoo. Shout out to the JBP. I know you guys miss me over there. We're over here hot and bothered. Tune in. I'll be back on the couch soon. I can see that. I can see Ish coming in saying, hey guys, how you guys doing? I'm out here in Jersey putting up these doors. You know what I mean? What you guys are getting into. My Israelites, we good? I'll be back. I can see that. Right? Listen, and if that's the case, it's cheaper. And it's flexible. And it keeps the cast on their toes. Everybody might not be needed every episode. And the performance might start determining who gets the invite back. And that rant Joe went on about performance, you could see the impact. Mel looked shook. Flip noticed it too and thought it was, actually a good thing. Why? Because he's applying pressure now. He's shaking things up. The formula, like he's shaking up everything. He's shaking up the formula. He's testing the energy and making sure everyone is either locked in or left behind. But here's the real question. How will Ish, respond to all of this? Will he return to the pod and address the tension head on? Will he come back like a ticking time bomb ready to explode? Or, will he stay home salty and silent? In one of my last videos, I mentioned that Ish opened up about the deaths in his family. He's been in a dark space, it seems like. And honestly, all this podcast drama might not just be content. It could be something deeper. It could be like a cry for help. Because let's be real, this ain't just about podcast chemistry. This is about real life relationships unraveling right in front of us. And if Joe is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers, who's about to get sacrificed next, right? You feel me? Do y'all think Joe is slowly trying to replace Ish, or, is he just playing mind games to motivate the crew? Because he did say something like, me and my man Ish, we could hash things out later. I don't know. Is Joe wrong for taking shots at Ish while he's clearly going through something personal? That's another thing too. And you know, who would you like to see on the pod full time if Ish ends up walking away? And do y'all think Ish is coming back stronger, or is he mentally is he already mentally checked out? You know, when men broken up with something, you could tell like he probably I don't fuck with this shit no more. You don't even know. You don't know. Listen, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. We got another video coming right in back of this, and we'll be back with the files.
My guy Dub too. That's my man though.
Gang gang.
That's my man, Big Dub.